Hello again, dear viewer, and welcome to a little bit more of that Risk of Rain 2. I still can't breathe the air outside my house, so we're still gonna be setting everyone else's houses on fire. It has been a bit of a surreal time, you know, but join the club, right? What else is new? It's been quite an interesting time for all of us these days. I don't think anyone's happy, which is a shame, you know? You really hope for a world where everyone gets to be happy, but, you know, sometimes you hit a shrine of combat, and it spawns a bunch of wisps, and you almost die immediately. In fact, if one more of these wisps hits me, I might just die. Oh my. Okay. Let's get out of here. Hey. Okay. But yeah, like, I don't know, it's been really weird. This whole year, you know, literally the whole year, like since January, it's been just so surreal. Nothing has quite gone the way that I expected. And, you know, but the thing is, you need to look at the good stuff, you know? Had plenty of good times with my friends, started this YouTube channel, started actually doing it, consistently, and I'm really loving it. You know, I'm really enjoying that I'm capable of doing this now, in the way that I've always dreamed of, and I'm hopeful that those of you who are watching right now will stick around, because being able to get an audience doing this, being able to sustain myself doing this would be, oh, literally living the dream. But you know, like things like that, you can never expect it. You know, you can hope for it, you can, you know, think it's possible, but you should never come in expecting it, because that's when you start getting disappointed, you know? It's when you start getting antsy and you make some bad decisions, perhaps. Now, I'll take a crowdfunder just to have it, but I doubt I'll use it by the time I have to get rid of it. Let's get this leg. Makes you move a little faster. Random. Focus crystal, mediocre. It'll be okay. You know, our flamethrower is within focus crystal's effective range. But we would like to see something a little bit more robust, you know? Alright, this is perfect. We will get this last chest. And it's just stock options. I won't see dividends on that for a while. But 2 tougher times and a Paul's Goat Hoof is not too bad, the first floor. And Beetle Queen is not the harshest boss in the universe, especially if you have the ability to keep your dots up on her. I think that really is the thing that helps Artificer the most, is the ability to really stack up that fire, even though fire isn't as good as bleed anymore. Bleed got a lot better. Fire is still, like, alright. It seems to scale just around the same, maybe even a little harsher. But it's harder to keep up stacks for, because the stacks don't reset each other, you know? You gotta keep up the pressure. And it means that you've got to be really concerned about weaving your mouse one in between stuff if you want to keep up that dot damage. You were seeing, if you looked close enough, you could see the chunks that we were taking out of the Beetle Queen with just that fire damage, because we had like 10 to 20 stacks on it. And the effective range on Flamethrower is deceptively long. Like, Fruit Gusher, excuse me, not Focus Crystal. I think Focus Crystal is like a 13-meter thing, and it's not proccing when we go all the way to the end. It's actually farther than Focus Crystal's effective range, which is neat. And it means you can often get away with a little more than you might expect. That goes all the way to the very end of the hitbox. But Flamethrower is, as always, a really, really risky move. Like, if you're not careful and you aren't paying attention to the boss's pre-attack wind-up frames, you could potentially be caught in, like, an Imp Overlord, like, slap, slap, slap move. You could be caught up in Beetle Queen's shotgun. You know, you could get caught out by a Stone Titan laser. There's quite a few things that bosses can do if you aren't careful during Flamethrower that will just kill you. Will just immediately get you killed. Okay, we don't have any healing, but we do have 2 tougher times, which means we have a chance to ignore the damage from the Blood Shrine, which would be sick, and of course we don't get it. That's fine, we came here for the money. Okay, so there's Hoku Feather, Random, and Will-o'-the-Wisp. Will-o'-the-Wisp is the consistent pick here. I like the idea of potentially getting a ukulele or something. Maybe an ATG missile. You know, both of those things would be pretty nice for us right now. But I think Will-o'-the-Wisp is the one that makes the most sense, because it's the one we can definitely get, as opposed to the chance to get like a Polyp or something we really don't care for. Ooh, Primordial Cube is an excellent choice for Artificer, and an even more excellent choice now that we have Will-o'-the-Wisp. Primordial Cube is, like, so good. It's the best at grouping up enemies for Will-o'-the-Wisp stuff. And that can lead to some quite exciting chain bombs later down the line. Oh, come on. There. Okay, we need to be getting going pretty soon here. Teleporter was over here, right? Yeah. Ooh, Molten Perforator Printer. So if we get, like, a Mired Urn, you would want to consider that? Oh man, let's go for it. I have invited the Big Gamer Challenge, and I'll be damned if I'm not gonna do it. Oh, Beetle Mom's easy. Especially when they're grouped up like this. Focusing a little bit. we still don't have any healing, so we need to be very careful about the amount of damage we're taking. There we go. You get one beetle and it just cascades from there. $100, $200. There it is. Okay. Get out of here. Eh. Berserker Pauldron is not exactly the thing I was hoping to see, but it is definitely something that we can make use of. Right here. Oh yeah, baby. That's the Nano Bomb. Oh, and let's clean this whole pack. Get him. Oh, air shot. Oh! Oh, Jesus. That was probably the most fun I've ever had. On Artificer. That was sick. Oh, check those cheeks. Son. I'm telling you, once we get movement speed, we're a menace. We are not to be messed with. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. Hey! That's a lot of damage coming from those weenies. Rally Point Delta. Yeah, it would be nice if we had, well, I guess that's what the cube is for, but it would be nice if we had some way to distract or otherwise deter the weenies. You know, like, obviously, like, this is the most powerful example, so I don't think I'm actually gonna get it, but, Unstable Tesla Coil would be the best item for that. Oh, yo, another Boom Jar? Okay. Yeah, I'll take extra radius and increased damage on the explosions from every enemy that I kill. In the first game, Will-O-the-Wisp was a percentage chance on enemy kill, and that was fine. But it was a lot more exciting to get procs. But with how much extra space is on the screen in this one, I like that it's every time. Especially because now, if you get enough of them, they just work. You just clear the entire stage with just Will-O-the-Wisp explosions. But that's one of the myriad of ways to just get absolutely broken in this game, if you go far enough. Like, any run will eventually hit a critical mass of items if it can stay alive, to the point where it is just unkillable. Like, except you, unless you get, like, unless the algorithm breaks to the point where it'll, like, only spawn scavengers because they're the most expensive enemies after a point. Or, like, some other breaking of the algorithm because of how big the numbers have gotten. Because I've gone on runs that got long enough that my money underflowed, which means it got all the way to the maximum amount the engine was capable of processing, and then looped back around to 0 again. So, it was pretty nasty. And that run ended just because it would not spawn anything. Stuff just stopped spawning after, like, 250 minutes, but it's still, like, stuff stopped spawning. Oh, jeez. Oh, stealth kit. Thank you. Stealth kit is not a great item, but it sure is a useful item for characters without much mobility. The ability to get out of places is a luxury not often forsaken in this game. Is forsaken the right term? I don't even actually know what forsaken means. I know it's, like, contextually used in the same way as, like, damn, but in, like, the biblical sense, not in the damn sense, you know? Why have you forsaken me, you know? I don't know. Like, I don't know if there's anything specific that makes it a forsaking as opposed to just, like, a betrayal or something along those lines. But, I suppose that's a question for smarter people than I. One of the things that I think improves your life the most is realizing that you don't have the answers to everything. That isn't to say you should just be naive and just, like, take everyone's words at face value, especially people on YouTube. Like, fuck. Ben Shapiro's on this website. He's an asshole. But, you know, like, you've gotta... Damn, I forget what I was even on about, but you gotta frickin'... Oh my god. Oh, yo. Prick glasses. Okay. God, what was I talking about? This is gonna bug me now. This is just gonna bug me forever. Oh, tri-tip dagger is also tempting. I'm gonna go for the glasses. The crit glasses are stronger with more of our kit, is the thing. We like bleed because flamethrower will apply fat bleed if we get full bleed. But I think I think the crits have a safer play because it works on our fireballs and our nanobombs and all that. Oh, I remember what I was talking about now. You gotta just be humble. You know, humility is a virtue that not many, especially on the internet, really have a lot of, in my opinion. And, you know, just being able to check your ego, you know, put your ego down for a sec and be like, okay, does this person know more than me? Maybe. You know. Or, you know, being able to recognize, well, maybe this person doesn't know as much as me. And that's okay. You know, it's not a judgment, you know, necessarily. It's an evaluation. It's like, you should never take anyone's word at face value. You should never just assume something is real, when you can help it, you know? Because, that's how you develop critical thinking, you know? And that's how you learn how to learn things, in a way. I don't know. sort of a deeper point I'm trying to make here, but I don't know what exactly it is, so I can't put it into words. But, you know, just respect people, I suppose. Just don't just assume that you know something. Because you might, you know, you might have good authority on it. Hell, you might have written a book about it. But, you know, like, at the end of the day, anyone can write a book. You know, there's a bunch of homeopaths and pseudoscientists who have written lots of words about their stuff. Hell, Scientology is a religion based entirely off of stuff that some dude made up. Some famous guy. And also, like, you know, a scam artist and things like that. But that's sort of a different story. You know, anyone can write a book. Doesn't mean it doesn't take a lot of effort, and it doesn't mean that it doesn't give you an expertise on the situation. But you should always make sure that you check multiple sources on things, especially if they're that important to you, you know. But I don't know. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from the world, and the important thing is that you just know that you need to be looking for them. You need to be watching out for the things people are doing and, you know, learning from potentially other people's mistakes, potentially other people's triumphs, but other people. You know, you can't just, you know, sequester yourself in an ideological bubble and expect that to be okay. Especially with the internet these days. You know, now you're not only dealing with people with other viewpoints from your own culture, but you're dealing with people from other cultures, and you're dealing with people in subcultures of your culture. And, you know, it's a lot more complicated socially. So remaining open-minded in that way is gonna get even more important going forward, as the way I see it. By the way, picking up that tri-tip dagger from the Chant Shrine was kind of hot, kind of really good for us. Because now we don't have to make the choice between bleed and crit, we just have both. Okay. Yeah, that's cool and all. Oh, Magmor. He's quite an irritating boss to fight with Artificer. Because he likes to leave your line of sight quite a lot, and you don't have any hit scan. So you gotta make sure you can get shots at him while he's popped up. It's easier said than done, of course. Okay, get this guy out of here. There goes the Magma Worm. And we get a Death Mark. Death Mark is a totally fine pickup. It's not something that we're using right now, but we already have fire and we just picked up bleed, so we're halfway there. So, ooh, right, Pauldron gives us attack speed. Whoa, hey, bud, see ya. Ah, damn. Fine. Oh my god! I didn't even get to see it die, because it leveled up at the last frickin' second. Okay, I've learned my lesson with Elder Lemurians. He jumped over my wall. What a guy. Whoa! Maybe I could have done that a little better. Maybe I could have done that a little better too, but it's okay. Because he did not get to do the flamethrower attack, and that is what is important. If I get even slightly touched by the big flamethrower attack that those Lemurians do, I'm sure I'll be in big trouble. If not just outright dead. It's totally possible. We don't have any reinforced armor plates or anything. No, I hear him skittering around. Little hermit crabs. Skittering around on my watch. I don't know. Does that count as an accent? Or is that just like saying words in a bad, silly voice? I hate these little hermit crabs. Seriously, they are silent but deadly, homie. Like, if you get, it's sort of like the mushrooms, except instead of, like, pretty ridiculous upfront damage and a chunky dot on the back end, it's just the damage part. So if there's an elite hermit crab, and you are not in one-shot protection range, or there is another enemy nearby, which there usually tends to be, you are just kind of dead, and the hermit crabs have a really big effective range that doesn't need line of sight. So you can just kind of get sniped from across the clearing, and it's a bit of a pain. Oh my god, is that really a Nymph Overlord? Okay. Is that a fuel cell printer? Oh boy, all the Lemurians. Oh, an infusion printer. Intriguing. The good thing about having all these Lemurians bunched up like this is that they block each other. They can't hit each other, so they block each other's shots. I have to go now. My people need me. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. Okay. Let's get this Lemurian on ice. Oh, lord. Okay, I think it's bail time. No, no. Oh, okay. It is bail time. I am bailing. Come here. Shh. Country fried son of a... Oh, oh, am I dead? I'm dead. Damn it. Yep. I circle strafed around Imp Overlord at just the perfect time to get bled multiple times. Alright. That was a pretty modest run. That was a pretty good run. Got about halfway. Artificer on Monsoon, dude. It is a journey. It is quite a journey trying to get this character to very powerful levels. I would consider myself pretty good at Artificer. Like, I wouldn't say they're my most played character, but I don't necessarily know that. But Artificer is certainly the character that I feel the most connection with, the one that I want to play the most. They're just so hard. So hard. Monsoon just scales so fast, too. But, like, you know, I can tear through enemies on the first floor. Okay. Need 6 money. Thank you for volunteering. 3, 2, 1, red. If only. Horse Tome. Epic. Great choice. In fact, such a good choice, I think I'm going to look right for the teleport. I don't think we need to dilly-dally. That'll help us get a little extra money on the next couple floors. It's okay. Ah, if only we got it down to enough health that it would do the big explosion. But it's okay. We got the lucky 1% crit on the Ion Bomb there, and I couldn't be happier. That is such an incredible amount of luck. Okay. Ooh, another Gorse Tome drop. That's good, because we can use a little bit of this money to finance a Sonic Equipment barrel down there. I think that's a good idea. What's that? Oh, it's Lunar Bud? I don't really care. We don't have enough lunar coins to really be messing with all that, and Artificer doesn't love many lunar items. Used to enjoy Shaped Glass back when you still had one-shot protection while it was on, but they've removed that since, and it is a oh, Jesus, much riskier pick these days. I bet I could just sit on that pillar, though. And the enemies couldn't path to it. I just love the jetpack, the way the cape flows behind you. It feels very mystical, very wizardy. Well, I suppose it's a good thing we left a little early then, because now we've spent extra time on the teleporter because we got knocked off so many times. Okay, the backup. It's not thrilling. Not the most interesting equipment item, but certainly a reliable one. Oh my god. Okay. Heading back to the geyser. Whoop. Okay. And to the next floor at 4 minutes, which is a good bit ahead of pace. Actually, yeah, it's a whole minute ahead of pace. Imagine all the things we can do in 60 seconds. Like wander aimlessly through the desert. It's my favorite pastime. There. Now we summon our drones to get some initial money. And this is where Artificer's at her strongest. Because not a lot of enemies can compete with you when up in the air like this. But if you want to stay up there, you've got to sacrifice Flamethrower, which is one of your best skills, so... Okay, there's the teleporter. You've got plenty of time. There's a gold shrine. It's tempting, but I think it's a little too early for that. Unless we get a lot of Lucky Gore's tomes, which is a possibility. Okay. Repulsion armor plate will be really, really nice if we get a Stone Titan. Stone Titan's laser beam does a lot of ticks of small damage, which is what Repulsion armor plate is designed to combat. And we're early enough on in a run that it will probably negate almost all of the damage from it, which would be very convenient for us. Alright, that should kill it. There it goes. Of course it drops. Gore's Tome. So I've got to go pick it up now. It was a cool idea. Bye-bye. Thank you for your money. Alright, I think we should open this chest and get going. We've got an anti-armor rounds and a Repulsion armor plate, which all things considered... Oh my god, and a secondary magazine. So, like, the amount of time we spent on this floor is super, super worth. Oh hey, look who decided to show up. It's that boss that I was saying we got an item that's really good against it. Oh, look at how little damage this is doing. This is Vindication. This is Vindication for every time I've gotten this frickin' dude on the first floor, and he's just lasered me down without remorse. Alright. I can fuck with Gasoline. Gasoline's fun. Okay. Flamethrower is so fun. Oh, the Wisps with the Ion Bomb. I love the new Sparks. That was added in the 1.0 patch, and it's just so good. You're basically holding a Prey on accumulator in your hands these days, and oh, it feels very nice. It was a great idea, because it's an easy way to get rid of Wisps, which were historically the thing that was the most annoying to Artificer. And eventually, you can get it strong enough to deal with, like, smaller enemies like beetles and Lemurians and stuff, but you need to be scaling pretty hard for that. Like in the early game, you need to crit. And granted, it's not that hard. Like, if you get a lucky printer, you can get crit on, like, floor 2. But it's unlikely that that'll happen on any given run. All these Wisps, they keep spawning. No funnel out. Infusion was a really great pickup for us. Anything to make us a little tankier. That's what I'm saying. Let's adjust the mic a little bit. Relic Point Delta. I like the aesthetics of this map. Fits well with Artificer too. Is that another gold shrine? Jeez. Sequencing is a fun idea, but it would not be good. It would not be good for the health of the run. And we are playing Artificer. We do not want to be memeing. Especially not this far into a video. If this was just like the first 9-minute run, you know, I could throw it away, then yeah, sure. I'll fuck with the Shrine of Order. But, not today, thanks. Not on this one. Okay, 191 for these big chests. That's good steep. 64. Okay. Hey, buddy. Ice Ball, so good. So valuable. Artificer in general is just, in terms of like pound for pound value, pound for pound value out of all of the skills, I would say that Artificer's up there. Like, Artificer really forces you to use the whole kit, you know, and that's good. You know, Multi has got a really solid kit, but like the mouse 2 and especially the shift, I don't find myself using them a whole lot. And that doesn't make Multi a bad character by any goddamn stretch. Multi's a great character. But, you know, not really having to use the whole kit means that if you head on to other characters like Artificer, and I find that Mercenary has to do this a lot as well, you really gotta use the whole ass kit on those characters, or else you're not going to be doing as well. And I think that's not necessarily, like, it's a mark of good design, but good design is relative, you know? People like to talk about good and bad design, and, like, yeah, I see it. You know, there are things that can generally be considered to be good, but sometimes, like, intentionally quote-unquote bad design is better for the game itself. Like, you know, there's a lot of games out there, especially indie games and stuff, that will just have bad mechanics, you know? Like, it just doesn't play well or whatever. But it's, like, it's got some other je ne sais quoi that is, like, pushes it over the top, you know? Like, the jank from a lot of Bethesda games makes up for, like, some of the poorish gameplay and the stories most of the time and all that sort of thing. At least from latter-day Bethesda. I don't know. I don't have any skin in that game. But, what the hell was I talking about? This is the second time I've just completely forgotten what I've been talking about this episode. Ah, yeah. But, like, you know, sort of the game I always talk about when I talk about this kind of stuff is Final Fantasy XI. Final Fantasy XI is super old. Super old. It's like Halo 1 old. Really old. And that means that it's an MMO. And the important thing about being an MMO that's that old is that it was not influenced whatsoever by WoW. And WoW has become the MMO. You know, it is the standard by which MMOs that came after it were held to. So being able to see the design choices from before then is really interesting. Because it's not as fun. The game is not super fun, but the game is incredibly immersive and it's super deep. And I think that's where the line between good and bad design can get a little bit blurry. Because, you know, the accessibility versus depth, you know, and that sort of thing, that's where you can get a lot of differing opinions depending on your target, you know, what you're aiming for. Oh god, I really don't like this boss. But Artificer doesn't like a lot of bosses. But all classes are united in their hate for Blade Strider. I hate that boss. Oh, it's a good thing I blocked that damage. I don't actually know how much damage the teleport does. I don't think I've ever gotten hit by it. But I'm sure it does an annoying amount. Because it's an invoker. And everything invoker does is an invoker. Okay, I'll take a second ATG missile on top of my ukulele. Yes, thank you. That's a good one. Hey, what did I say about running in the halls? Yeah, this isn't quite hot enough. Let's summon some more elite imps. Come on. Come on. Oh, look, the backup is back up. Let's see what it is there. Just goes to show where my brain goes. First of all, 1 minute, I'm out here talking about good versus bad game design. Next I'm making like a dumb joke. And then I'm forgetting what I was talking about the dang sentence before again. It's just a roller coaster in my mind, really. It's quite the experience. But, you know, you just kind of get used to it, you know? As far as I'm aware, everyone assumes people think like they do, at least on some level, you know? But it's getting harder and harder these days. Quite a lot of very interesting sociological conundrums sounds not as good. Conundra sounds smart and cool, so I'm gonna go with that. Many sociological conundra to come from sort of the current internet and its influence on everyday life. You know, the impact of social media, the impact of globalization, and all that sort of thing. There's a lot to be thought about. Oh, that's a tri-tip dagger printer. And I have 3 gasoline. Oh, that's a shame. Secondary magazine was one of the ones I would like to see go a little bit less. I don't even know what I got rid of there. Oh, there goes an energy drink. The other one's a leg, so we're back down to default. But there goes the gas. Oh damn, there's a med kit. Is that our last healing item? That might be a bit of a problem. Okay, tri-tip dagger. One more. Okay, epic. We got rid of 2 of the gasolines, and now we're on full bleed. Huh? We keep... No. We kept a second charge, even though we didn't keep a secondary mag. I like how that works, though. I appreciate that. Okay, goodbye, wandering vagrant. It was nice knowing ya. Now we're going. Now we're cooking with gas. We've got a good damage engine now. Give me a little wisp. Ah, razor wire. Razor wire is totally acceptable. But, definitely not our ideal. Okay, I see some eggs over here. So one more down here. Ooh, another Gore's Tome. Thank you very much. We're making pretty good time. We're in stage 4. It's 16 minutes. We had a bit of a trouble. We had a bit of trouble with the last boss. Ooh, that's great. Medkit was the item I wanted to see go the least of the items that we gave up. So I'm glad we can see it again. Okay. I'm trying to spawn the alloy worship unit as early as we can, because I want it to have the least health possible. It's really that simple. We've only got 1 more to go. Personal shield. I suppose it'll come in handy one of these days. Anything except fungus, please. Oh, that's Leeching Seed. It's not the most amazing item in the world, but it's certainly something I will accept and something I will take graciously without complaint. You know, gotta be grateful for what you have. And sometimes what you have is gasoline and Leeching Seed, you know, squid turret and all those items. But, you know, those items are, you know, they have feelings. Most of them, anyway. I don't know if a seed necessarily has feelings, but, you know, it's sort of like an embryo. It's a, I don't know, that might be a bit of a weird and controversial topic. Hey, it's Ball! Hey, Ball! How do you like this ball? Okay. It's okay, buddy. Here, take some bleed skins. And some fire stacks while you're at it, too. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh no, I'm not dead. Okay, it's okay. Thank God. I was expecting, because all three of those AoEs were right on top of each other. I was expecting to just eat it right there. It's okay though. We're not gonna die quite yet. We're gonna get probably kind of close though. Oh, yay! We got the alternative R skill. That one is just a big old jump. Does a good amount of damage on the way out, but it's not flamethrower. Alright, what you got? Wake of Vultures, whatever. Wake of Vultures is a very mediocre red item, as the red items go. None of the elite tags are too thrilling to have as a player. The primary threat of an elite comes from the increased health. You know, unless it's like a blazing elite laid on enough, but that's another topic. The primary threat from an elite is the health and damage, so getting an elite tag is not too much of a big deal for a player, except for blazing would probably be good for us, because it lets us double bleed, or double fire on everything. And I'll take an egg. And overloading is good for us, because overloading adds 50% extra damage to all of your attacks, basically. It's a little more complicated than that, but that's the long and short of it. So, that will be nice. Okay, more goddamn worm. Where is it? Come here, worm. You big dummy. You big coward. Is it going after my gunner turret? Hey! No, I just bought that! You freaking birds. Here, face my wrath. Face my steel. What is this? Is this chest? Is this drone? That is turret. It's even worse than drone. It's drone, except it don't move. Yeah, speaking of turret, thank you, Magma Worm. Jesus. Yeah, see, when you're using bleed as your primary damage engine, it's especially annoying to deal with the worm. But when you also have a razor wire, that somewhat simplifies the process. Oh, that was nasty. That was great. Okay, dude. What is the deal with Magma Worm's AI? Can we please have it stop going literally all the way across the map to hit my turret instead of me? Like, it's not. It's like kind of funny, but it's incredibly annoying. It makes me not want to pick up turrets, period, because the Magma Worm will literally just go fight them half the time, and that is annoying as hell. Oh, it's a fuel cell? Yeah, Nutrifuel! Okay. Now, play nice this time. This drone was very expensive, and I would appreciate it if these silly birds would not constantly break it. Okay, very quickly. I think it would be expedient of us to take a little peruse down here in the bottom half of the map. I purposely avoided all of it because the eggs don't spawn up here, and getting a death mark would be a pretty big deal. Fruit gusher, whatever. Okay, key is not thrilling, but it does make our key, or nope, we did not have a key, so it did not make our existing key better. If I had easy access to a scrapper, I might consider that crowbar, but I don't, so I won't. Alright, time to go. God, the beetle noises are kind of freaky. Just like hearing them skittering around in the background, and it's freaky, dude. Scaly. Oh, okay. Here we are on stage 5. Honestly, not doing too bad. We have the tools to deal with the enemies on this floor, I think. But do we have the talent? We'll see. I think we do. I'm plenty talented in this game. Hey, bucko. It'd be great if you fell over, huh? Thanks. God, imagine if I only needed 4 shots to kill one of these mushrooms. Ah, if only. Maybe if I hit all of them, instead of just splash damaging with one. Ooh, maracas. I'll take some maracas. Maracas are not the most important part of your damage arsenal, but they are certainly a valuable part. Every part of your damage is a valuable part of your damage, except for Squid Turret, because it doesn't do enough. Alright. No. No, it's good. Truck me. Okay. Magma worm? What did I just tell your brother? Sister? I don't know. I'm not counting it out, you know. It's very male-centric of me to just assume that all of the magma worms are dudes, but, like, I don't know. I don't think it's unsafe to assume, necessarily. I don't think worms really have gender in that way. Like, at the very least, sociologically, they have no concept of gender, because they're worms, you know. In the same way that lobsters have no concept of hierarchy, because they're fucking lobsters, you know? Do we have a band? No, we can't have a band. We're just frozen. Got it. Forgot about that part. Oh, that'll be useful for Deathmark, actually. Putting the frozen effect on gives us an extra slow. Leg printer is fun, but not very useful for us. If we find a scrapper, we have a few whites we could scrap. Turn those into legs, get us some movement speed. We would really like some. Activating Shrines of the Mountain on stage 5 is the best way to get hilariously strong boss rooms. Like, I think at one point I was on like stage 5 perhaps of a Brainstorm run, and I got Celestine Void Reaver. Or no, it can't have been then. It had to have been like stage fucking like 15 or something. And I got Celestine Void Reavers with a Shrine of the Mountain, which is just so scary. Okay, what is in these green multi-shops? I see an ATG. And so far that's the winner. I don't see anything else that's important. Hey, buddy. Oh, glasses printer. Okay. I think we're in business. Like, I will get up to full crits, and we will see how many daggers we keep. There goes the key. We love to see it. There goes the focus crystal. We love to see that. Those were items we would have scrapped. Fungus. We're 3 for 3. Let's not instant die. Let's make sure we don't just beef it while we're doing all this. Oh, you will face the wrath of my wizard team. Okay, we're down to 6. Oh my god, we're getting really lucky. These are all things we probably would have gotten rid of. Okay, down to 5. How many glasses are we at? 6. Okay. Yeah, now we need to dedicate to the crits because we're not bleeding all the time. 7. Okay, perfect. We're getting pretty lucky here. 8. Oh, good. Another good item. And 9. Damn. Okay, we're down to 4, so that's a 60% bleed chance. That's fine. We've got plenty of money for this big chest, too. I mean, I've had a Hoku Feather this whole time? I just didn't use it? Hey. Oof. Get out of here. Hello, friend. Take my crit flamethrower that also bleeds a good amount of the time. Thank you for helping me hurt your friends. I appreciate it. I didn't have the money mushroom log. I guess this is not my complete file, so. You know, wax quail is one of my favorite items, but wax quail, the thing about it is, I don't really feel like it gets rolling until the second one. Because, like, look at that. That's a jump. You know, that is a man's jump. Oh my god, there's a pair of quick glasses. I want this Somerang. I love this bandolier. Alright. We're doing pretty well. But are we doing double Shrine of the Mountain well? Double Shrine of the Mountain at this point would probably give me like an overloading worm, and I don't think I have the stones to deal with that one, friends. Unfortunately. I think I just want to go. No point in belaboring it anymore. There are quite a lot of items to be had on this floor, but I don't think I want many of them. Ooh, okay. Solid control unit is not the optimal get here, but it's certainly something we can work with. Priest. Oh my god. Okay. What's the play here? The play here is utilize your aerial advantage. We have all the time in the world up here to get all the things we need. And yes, the enemies can fly too, but they fly much slower. And not all of them can even fly. Look at how safe we are from all the way up here, looking down on them like a puny mortal. Like the puny mortals they may be. That was not a good play. That was, though. 2 ukuleles. We're crazy. We just need to stay alive. Oh. Okay. Whoa. Oh, it wouldn't be a Risk of Rain run without, like, several sketchy close calls in a row. Okay. We're good, we're good, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. We're chilling. We're just fine. Look at us. We're living the life that we always dreamed of. Yeah, this mid-layer here I didn't clear too well, but we're getting back up to where the things are. That's what's important. Let's get some of these mushrooms out of here, perhaps. Oy. Okay. Quite the enemy set we got. But we're good. As long as we just play it safe, we can make it through. The music is going off, by the way. This track is a slammer. Not just a banger. It banged so hard that it slammed. Oh, jeez. Okay, I want you off of my planet. And I want you off of my planet as well. It's gonna take a little bit longer. Unless this just goes crazy, which it may. That's probably enough to kill you. You've got like 13 fires and 12 bleeds on you. Kobe. Oh, we can go. Thank God. Okay. Yeah, stage 6, baby. We're making progress. But this is where it gets really nasty. Because now we have to deal with the Malachites and the Celestians, which will probably just be able to kill us super easily. So, even the basic enemy types are now potentially spawning in places we don't want them. Okay. Where the hell? Oh, there's an overloading one too. We need to take care of these hermit crabs. I'm so glad that I managed to survive all of that. Honestly, if we didn't get that infusion on the first teleporter, we probably would have died by now. So I'm gonna thank my lucky stars that I'm not dead at the moment. What's in the box? It's a blast shower. It's not good enough. Nah. Still don't really care. Man, we are not looking good in the defense department in terms of health regen at the very least. Hey, big guy. You interested in coming over to my ice wall? Got plenty of treats for you. Got all these wonderful saw blades and lots of punch, which will be your blood in the form of bleed stacks. But that part is sort of, I'm not supposed to tell you that. See, that's supposed to be a surprise, like a, oh, I got you know, like a birthday surprise party kind of situation. But, you know, it's your blood. It's just, it's, you know, it's customary. Give a little blood over, you know? Anyway, now we have the Malachite effect, and that is a pretty good effect. At least against us. But the enemies don't heal too much, you know? Like, the Malachite effect is the biggest deal effect in the world for a player, but against enemies it doesn't really matter that much. Rose Buckler is okay. I guess we could go to the Lunar Shop for the cauldrons, but I'm not that worried. Okay, fresh meat is literally the worst healing item we could have gotten, but it is any healing, so I will take it. Yeah, now we're cooking. Hey, speaking of cooking, got some gas for that cooking. Oh my god, look at all you guys out here. Pathetic creature of meat and bone. I don't know, it's so odd. Like, as a year-old, you know, I've grown up with a lot of other people's childhoods. Like, I never played System Shock, but I know some bits, you know? And like, I've lived a lot of games like that vicariously through people. How the hell did we regen all that health? I guess Gift Horse and all that. We don't have a Harvester's Scythe. I don't even know. But, you know, not gonna question it. When good things happen, you just gotta let them. You gotta take the dubs while you can, you know? God, a single Will-o'-the-Wisp. Please. Single Will-o'-the-Wisp would break us right open. Getting a really good Artificer run feels so cool. And this is why Wax Quail is so good. Like, you can see the dodges I'm doing, you know? You gotta, if you're built around stop and go, like Flamethrower Artificer tends to be, then being able to just get a big old whoop is very convenient for you. Okay. Multiple Stone Titans, but if we get the right angle, we can get all three of them with the same Somerang and get fat bleeds. Okay, there's one down. Got the second one. Let's take a little good old trip down to the other one. Oh, yes sir, I will take a Gore's Tome, thank you very much. Didn't we pick up a thread earlier? No, we went with an ATG instead. I was expecting a predatory instincts to give us like a little extra proc, or a little extra crit, or a little extra attack speed, whatever. But we do not have predatory instincts right now. Is there some requirement for unlocking Harvester's Scythe? Because I don't think I've seen Harvester's Scythe, now that I think about it, in this file. See, this is the fun part of starting a new file for a Let's Play, is that I've forgotten some of the stuff. So, it's like, oh, hey, that's how you get Harvester's Scythe, you know? Well, cool achievement, you know? It's neat. I like it. I'm glad that I have the opportunity to share the experience again. Okay. You can hear when we get a ukulele proc if you listen close enough. It's like 5 extra enemies that are hit. We have 3 ATGs and 3 Ukes. Are you serious, dude? Okay, I heard a Celestine to the left. That's probably a beetle. Oh, it's Lemurian. And there's a brass contraption in there. I don't know if that's an elite. Might be, though. And if it is, elite brass contraptions are scary. It appears to be a glacial. Okay, I'm leaving. I've decided that now is my turn to leave. Yeah, ooh, big scary, woo, big bell. Yeah, big gong. Got a big gong on you there, buddy. 524. God, chest costs so much right now. Oh, hell. Oh my god. I can't even. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get safe. And of course, immediately I see the blood shrine in my instincts like, do. I love to play risky. Can't get the biscuit without the risk. You know what I'm saying? See, I was about to... Oh! Brass contraptions, dude. Brass contraptions. What killed us there? What healing do we have? Medkit, 1. Fresh meat, 1. And then, like, infusion can only do so much, you know? We did really, really well there. We did incredibly well on that run. But, incredibly well is not enough. Artificer demands perfection. And, if you wanted to see perfection, maybe I can bring it to you. But we can only figure that out if you use the avenues YouTube has given you to tell me that I'm doing a good job. That would be the like, comment, and subscribe buttons if you were curious. I want you to make sure to give your pets a lot of extra love for me today, and I will see you next time.